Hi, and welcome back to Tabbyland. I'm glad to have you here. I really appreciate that you stopped by. Um, the reason that I want to talk today is because I don't like to watch YouTube all the time. No, really, I don't. And that's a fact. Sometimes I just like to listen. There's the catch. Yeah, I just like to basically listen to whatever it is on. And what do I like to listen to? Well, most of all, it happens to be old time radio shows. I really like old time radio shows. Um, oops. Yeah, I like old time radio shows. And which old time radio show do I like? Well, my favorite is Johnny Dollar. Right there it is. Johnny Dollar, I don't know how long he was on the air for, but it started out once a week, and then it turned into every single night he went on, every weeknight. Now he's the investigator, the insurance adjuster with an expense account, and he goes through all of his expenses and why he encountered them, and at the end he gives you kind of a summary as to his expenses. And that's kind of interesting. You know, it's like Johnny Dollar is one of my favorite things. He's a tough guy. You know, he should be a tough guy because he is a tough guy. And it's like he's always getting shot at. People are always shooting people. And he always solves the mystery at hand. And I think that's really great. Because he's a tough guy. It dates from the 1940s when men were men and women, well, they did what they were told to do. I don't know. That for me that doesn't make sense because to me women are independent and men are men and you just deal with it, right? Um Because women will do what they want to do no matter what you want them to do. And, well, unless you don't want them to do it, then, well, they respect you, just like you respect them, hopefully. But it's like, too much, you think? Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Um, well, anyhow, that's like my favorite old time radio show. I also like Gildersleeve. That's it. He's like a guy who didn't go off to war because he was a little bit too old. He wound up taking care of his niece and nephew, and he has a maid, and they all live in a house. He's the water commissioner, I guess, or the mayor. He's the water commissioner, and he just does his job and takes care of his niece and nephew. And anyhow, old time radio is interesting to me. I just like that I can turn off, tune in, and, you know, it's like I just listen and my mind is transported to a different time, and I don't know, a better time or a worse time, but a different time. And I like that, you know? It's like I wasn't even thought of in 1946. I was like a long time till I'm like actually born or anything. So it's interesting. And these I like too. This one is Hunting Hour. It's the Hunting Hour. And my favorite is, or not my favorite, but one of the ones I like to listen to is Suspense, it's called, and another one is Escape. I like them. They're interesting, especially Escape. Like these giant ants invade the rainforest canopy, and there's a ranch in the way, and he escapes somehow, and they run through how he escaped. And he's Johnny Dollar. He's Johnny Dollar. Well, anyhow, that's all I have to do. I mean, one thing that reminds me of old time radio is going to a greasy mom and pop diner and having some roast beef sandwich. That's where you take the roast beef, you cut kind of thinly, and you put it on bread and you slather it with gravy and have some French fries with it or mashed potatoes. It's really delicious. I like that. But then again, things are different where I come from, where we have mom and pop greasy diners and they serve roast beef dinners. Anyhow, I like to tune out, and listen to old time radio shows. They're interesting to me, and there it is, Suspense. They're very interesting to me. So don't forget to subscribe and like if you like it. Do whatever you want to do. Enjoy yourself and have a good time. I will see you another time. Bye bye.